Of medical and community volunteers in Johannesburg have taken it upon themselves to assist the city's most vulnerable. The Muslim Association of South Africa has rolled out a vaccination drive-through which sees almost 800 vaccinations a day. For more on this door-to-door campaign, let's chat to the association's Yassine Teba. Yassine, thank you so much for joining us. How did this door-to-door campaign come about, and how does someone qualify to get that homebound vaccination?
Last week, Tuesday, we launched a drive-through at Houghton Mall, and immediately we received a number of requests from people saying that they are unable to get here, what are the options for getting their elderly or grandparents vaccinated. And we immediately saw that there's hundreds and thousands of people that just haven't been vaccinated and fall within the category. And we also know that these people are at high risk of picking up COVID. And if in the event that they do pick up COVID, there's very few facilities that can look after their health because of the conditions that they are in. So we immediately discussed with the department and our representatives that were at the drive-through facility with us, and we improvised and seen how we can get to these people with immediate effect. At the moment, the age category is 35 and above, and we are getting hundreds of requests currently.
So it's not just people who can't physically get out of their house or are frail. It's also people who might be in a position of danger were they to go out to a vaccination site, health-wise.
Correct. We're dealing with a lot of people dealing with psychological trauma after they dealt with COVID. We're dealing with a lot of people that are just anxious, and their conditions make them even more anxious. So all these people going out might cause them more harm. We're also seeing a lot of disabled people that haven't been vaccinated, and it's really difficult to get them to a vaccination site, not just to a vaccination site, but also to a drive-through site. And in these cases, I think it's important that we prioritize and get these people vaccinated, and hence our thought of getting to them.
Yassine, how have you made this drive possible? It probably takes a lot of manpower. And how are you getting the people that you need to man the drive-through and also go out for the homebound service?
Last week, Saturday, we had a problem at our site. We had to turn volunteers away because we just had so many people wanting to come and assist. And we immediately realized that our problem is another community solution. And what we did is we tried to match that amount of doctors and volunteer nurses and volunteer medics with the amount of people that needs to be vaccinated. So we've set up an online form. People can go onto our website. It's muslim.org.za, where they can complete the details. We then allocate doctors and nurses and volunteers that come to us every morning, and we see how we can prioritize in getting people vaccinated. Of course, there are challenges. There's a lot of people that are just lazy to drive out to a vaccination site, and they feel that it's just easier to get vaccinated at home. So our challenge at the moment is getting to prioritize exactly who is homebound, and trying to get them vaccinated as quick as possible. But again, we've got an overwhelming response of doctors, nurses, medics that are willing to come out, assist us, volunteers, students that are willing to assist us with capturing the elderly and the vulnerables data so that we can make it easier for the medics in the field.
Yassine, how many people have you assisted so far? And also, I think there might be a misconception that because this is being driven by the Muslim Association of South Africa, that it is only for Muslims, and that isn't true.
No, the COVID vaccine is affecting us all, and none of us are protected until all of us are protected. So we've been very firm in saying that we're vaccinating at the mosque, but the vaccination is open to our community at large. We need to make sure that everyone gets vaccinated. And our service in the field is exactly the same. We've got volunteers from all communities, from all religions, and we're making sure that everyone gets vaccinated. We're using every resource possible to get people vaccinated, and it's at the moment our operational area is just Johannesburg and surrounding areas. But we want to mobilize and encourage all organizations, religious groups, churches, mosques, different religious groups to get involved in convincing your community to get vaccinated.
You say you have plans to mobilize people around the country and branch out. So how do people get in touch with you if they would like to take this program further than Gauteng?
Most of the details are on our website, muslim.org.za. Volunteers can register on our volunteer page so that we can add their names to the database of doctors, nurses, and medics. Again, we need to mobilize and we need to communicate. Volunteers can also contact the local health department offices. There's a big need at the provincial offices to get people to assist, especially during weekend vaccinations. We know that the over 18s will open up very, very soon. And once that age category opens up, we need to make sure that we've got sufficient support so that students and youngsters don't wait too long in lines and get disheartened and get discouraged to vaccinate.
Yassine, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for the work that you're doing. I was on Twitter, saw lots of positive reaction to the drive-through and the homebound service. So the work that you're doing is absolutely stellar. Yassine Teba from the Muslim Association of South Africa, and he says they have plans to mobilize people to expand the reach of this program, and that knowledge they'll be able to share with people in other provinces is valuable.
The community organizations throughout this pandemic have been outstanding. I mean, maybe they've risen to fill the gaps that government hasn't been able to fill, but I just think we're really good at this.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, point a finger at government and say government must do this and government must do that. But if there is a gap, like you say, then we need to stand up and assist government where we can.